Hey YouTube, thanks for joining us today. I am Matt with Marshall Flooring, and today we're going to go over some hardwood species, some domestics, and then some exotics. Basically, what you're going to find in pretty much most hardwood displays is a selection of domestic products that are sourced mostly from North America, and those are going to be your oaks, maples, hickories, and walnuts. I'm going to show you some products here so you can see the differences in the color, the texture, the graining, and what that's going to look like on your floor. So right here, these are both oaks. These are both natural, which means they're completely unstained. They just have a pre-finished clear coat applied to them. This one here is a red oak. This here is a white oak. Currently, white oak is trending as the most popular species of hardwood in the industry right now. Red oak has been traditionally the most popular species for hardwood, most likely forever. It's the most abundant, and it's pretty much the gold standard when it comes to grain, color, and texture. What you'll notice is the red oak on this side has just a little bit more of a red hue, where the white oak has a little bit more of a golden hue, a little bit more natural looking, and these floors are fantastic. They're both very scratch and dent resistant and offer a nice level of graining which tends to camouflage scratches, dents, dings, and just life. We're going to show you some other species coming up next. Spencer, what do you got for us? Thank you. So this is a natural hard maple. So what you'll notice with maple compared to oak is maple is going to have a much smoother finish and a smoother grain to it, and you are going to get a little bit more variation from plank to plank when it comes to color. So you're going to get some dark amber tones, you're going to get some nice light white tones as well. And with maple, you do have the option with some vendors to choose whether you want high variation or if you want more of a clean finish, which means all of your planks are going to be looking like this white, clear, clean finish without a lot of the graining. Maple is going to give you a little bit of knots and what's called mineral streaking. So mineral streaks are these imperfections that naturally happen with hardwood, and you're going to notice those with these cleaner looking floors because they're going to stick out as the color is different. Vanna. Up next,
an American walnut.
Oh, I love this. So this floor is one of the most beautiful hardwoods in my professional opinion. This is an American walnut. Walnut has the warmest hue of any domestic hardwood in its natural form. This is totally unstained, and it's just a nice, beautiful, natural, warm brown tone with minimal graining. You do get some knots and some mineral streaking throughout. And walnut it's a beautiful floor. It's also a little bit of a riskier floor because it's the softest domestic hardwood. Walnut is very easy to scratch and indent. So if you do have a busy household, walnut, unfortunately, is not a recommended option for you. Maple, however, is on the harder end of the spectrum. It's harder than red oak, it's harder than white oak, it's definitely harder than walnut, and maple is a great option if you're looking for a little bit more scratch or dent resistance in a hardwood floor. Next, please.
We've got a natural hickory.
Thank you. Okay, so this here is a natural hickory. This is the hardest of the domestic hardwoods. Hickory, you'll think they make baseball bats out of hickory. So they're very hard, it's a very solid product. It's also going to be the busiest. So you have a ton of mineral streaks, you're going to get a lot of knots and a lot of imperfections in the hardwood. That's just how the tree naturally grows. So you're going to see a lot of variation from plank to plank. You'll see some discoloration with the knots and the mineral streaking. And when that's installed over a larger area, it gives the floor a ton of texture, and it also gives the floor the ability to cover up a lot of dents, dings, and just imperfections that are going to happen to your floor over the life of it. So with any of these products, you really can't go wrong. They're all going to be beautiful. These are all unstained, and they're all in their natural form. in our showroom and in most showrooms, you're going to be able to find all of these domestic hardwoods in stained versions as well. So that means if you don't like the light natural tones and you want it in a little bit of a darker brown or a gray, you can get that. So we're going to move on to some exotic hardwoods, which some of you may or may not have heard of before. And these can be a little bit more fun, a little bit more outside of the box.
Brazilian.
Thank you. So this is a Brazilian teak from a manufacturer, Indus Parquet. Indus Parquet is a Brazilian manufacturer, and all of their products come straight from Brazil. And this is a teak, which some of you may be familiar with. There's patio furniture made from teak. Very heavy, very dense, extremely hard. A lot of these exotics are much harder than your domestic hardwoods. That's because the trees are slow growth trees that are very dense and they're very dense. So this wood will have some variation from plank to plank, and most of these products are going to be in a solid or engineered format. So this product here had a bit of a renaissance, I would say about 10 to 12 years ago. This is a Brazilian cherry. Brazilian cherry exploded onto the scene and was the most popular exotic hardwood for a better part of a decade. It has a high variation. You're going to get some lighter tones, you're going to get some warm natural tones, and then you're going to get some deep red tones as well. So the floor is going to have a lot of variation throughout. It's going to look very busy. It's also a very, very hard floor and wears extremely well in homes with children, dogs, pets. So this product here, if you're looking for something with a little bit more color pop and a little bit more vibrancy, a Brazilian cherry is definitely an option you should consider. This is one of my favorites. So this is a natural tiger wood. Believe it or not, this product is totally unstained. They call this tiger wood because you're going to get some black streaking and a little bit of an orangish color. Looks like a tiger. So this product has very high variation as well. You're going to have some dark, almost reddish tones. You're going to get a lot of mineral streaking and a lot of black rings. That's going to give the floor a lot of texture and a lot of variation. So this floor here is also extremely hard, can wear very well, and is going to make a statement when it's installed. And that's something else that people, and we like to guide our clients through is, do you want your floor to blend in, or do you want your floor to make a statement and capture the eyes of people walking into your home? So a floor like this with all this variation, this is going to be a statement floor that's going to be busy after installation. Beautiful, thank you. So this is a Brazilian pecan. Much like the tiger wood, you're going to get a lot of variation and a lot of mineral streaking. However, the base tone moves away from the oranges and the reds, and it focuses more on a yellowish, almost like a tan cream color. And this product has a ton of variation, is extremely hard, will camouflage and hide a lot of imperfections and wear and use over time. And this is also going to be another statement piece. This is a very particular floor when you're talking about design and how this is going to be incorporated with the rest of your house. So when you're looking at a floor like this or the tiger wood, you want to make sure that other areas of your home can handle floors with as much variation as this. That was a quick rundown of some exotic species. We had the tiger wood, we had the Brazilian pecan, we had the teak and the Brazilian cherry. Those are going to be 4 of your most popular exotic hardwoods that you'll find at most retailers. There are dozens of other options, but these are a good start if it's something you're interested in.